Hey everybody inside the red and welcome back to Shining Song Star. Yes. Nova. Right. Last we left off, we had a little dream flashback, courtesy of Natan. Gave us a glimpse of Karuka. Anyway, a few days later, the girls found themselves at the dance studio for a joint practice session. Right, for the anniversary live that's coming up. I wonder if that's going to be the climax of this, or if something's going to happen or involving the anniversary live that's going to cause drama. After going through the routines a few times, they started chatting among each other. Still can't believe it's been a year since I debuted live. Maria, why the long face? It's already been a year, huh? It just can't be helped. The inescapable march of time, ever forward, never ending. Like watching the leaves of a tree falling off during the last days of autumn, huh? Give me a break. I've been trying to become an idol since I was 15, you know? 15! Thank goodness I'm gonna retire soon, because I'm sick and tired of this shit. There's a way I can pretend to be a cute little flower for over a decade and not go crazy. There's no reason to be upset about all that time, all that time's passing. So, Onesama really has been thinking about graduating, huh? I'm at that age, you know? Still, not like I want to go yet. Feels like we're just getting started. Still just getting started. Bleh. After we signed with some music, it seemed like we were finally getting somewhere. But I suppose real life isn't that simple. Just the way business is. Besides, it could be way worse. Worse? You know where this usually leads with her tangents. You really are just a naive little country girl, aren't you? You know, when shit hits the fan, it gets absolutely everywhere. Let's say it turns out that Julie actually gave birth to a love child back when she was 18 and then abandoned it. Julie's over here gonna be like, excuse me, bitch? The paparazzi got wind of something like that, the fans would want to boil us alive. Hey, what gives? What the hell am I the first example? I'm just giving you what if. And you know the scariest thing? It could happen to any of us. In today's age, you never know what random little thing will set people off. One wrong word and the people who backed you one moment can turn around and cut your tongue off. Yeah. Oh, there goes Onesama again, preaching nothing but fire and brimstone. As long as we commit ourselves to becoming a great idols and doing our very best every day, I'm sure our fans will continue to support us. Heart. It's been a year already, yet you haven't matured a bit. You're kind of getting my nerves a bit here. You saying you're too good for the rest of us, then, huh? Well, the purer you act, the more I want to see you get fucked up. Really? Julian sure got gored good by Sausage's horns, huh? You can't go forgetting that if you ride up even the easiest horse in the barn, you're gonna get yourself kicked sooner or later. Stop it. At least that one made more sense than some of the shit you've said in the past. Anywho's, our Sausage's got a point. The town reckons that she's plenty satisfied with how things are going so far. There's always going to be folks that try to make themselves all big and rich in a rush, but what ends up happening in the end is they slip up and end up losing what they had to start with. Let's take it slow and steady now, because there's a whole lot on the line on here now. We've got enough fans for 3 weekly shows and a deal with a pretty big record label. We can't be taking for granted all the stuff we've gained over the past year and start gambling our lives away. The ton's a simple gal after all. It's great that Starnova has become more popular, but let's not get carried away and get ourselves in hot water. I agree completely. And Natan is our center after all. Why do you look so nervous though then? Indeed, her words do have truth to them. It's all too easy to forget in the rush for fame about the things that are already around us. However, the more experienced girls seemed reluctant to agree with Natan's approach. That's mainly going to be Maria and Aki here in this case. I mean, Julie probably, but Maria and Aki are probably the most experienced in the idol business. If you say so. There's anything we do better anyways. There you are. You really are a simpleton, aren't you? I really wonder what the producer was thinking making you the center. Aki-chan, that's an awfully rude thing to say to Natan, isn't it? This is too important to say, it just can't be helped, you know. Starnova really is our last chance of becoming big idols. When all this is over, there's only going to be one or two outcomes here. They'll we get big enough to make it as entertaining as the rest of our careers, we vanish and become who knows what. You can't just take it easy. Not when your entire life's at stake. Not all of us have a nice farm to go back to when we graduate. Oh, Aki-chan. An uncomfortable silence fell over the girls. See? Not what you've done. And we're still in the middle of practice, too. And the Tan's folks sent us all gifts from Kansai, too. I can't believe you. Well, Akian's got a point, too. And Tan knows that being the sinner is a big responsibility. That's the whole reason I'm coming forward with all this. To tell the truth, Tan's got a whole bunch on her chest, too. But I reckon we ought to be careful. As Marianne was saying, it doesn't take much to agitate folks nowadays. Call me a hick all you want, but the Tan is Starnova in her heart when she says all this. We can't be getting too reckless and get ourselves into trouble. That's the last thing we want now. Well, there you have it. Look, everyone's going to have different opinions about this, but producer picked Natan as a sinner. If this is what the sinner Starnova wants, we've got to accept it. Anyways, we're just slacking off talking about this, and we should be practicing. Come on, let's get moving. If you really want to become big-name idols, then how about we improve our dance routine first? With that, Maria pushed the girls back into formation with the practice. Just hurting them. Despite her personal issues, she was still everyone's One-sama. And as the unit's general manager, it was her job to smooth over disputes between the girls, not cause them. I'm getting too old for this. I'm getting too old for this shit. That's when you light up a cigarette. Slurp. I heard the door to the office open at the end of the day. Hey, Pikun, you here? Yeah, need me for something? I swear to God, Natan, if your parents sent you something else. I was wondering. You guys time to hang out? There's a bunch of stuff in my mind. Something's troubling you? Sure, of course. Of course I have time for one of my talents. I put my computer to sleep and grab my coat. Well, here, sir, this is, we're getting one of the more, personal and empathetic producer songs here, as opposed to the one that we got for, you know, most of Nemu's route. The money-grubbing ass hat. I'm your producer after all. Lead the way. Alright. The two of us arrived at the river. We walked over to the pedestrian bridge, taking in the glittering cityscape. Even the nights are so bright out here, huh? Back out in the countryside, you couldn't even see your own nose if you go outside at this hour. And I wager in just a week's time, the frogs would be so loud we wouldn't even be able to hear ourselves talk. Or in some places, cicadas. Ugh. But if you look up, you can see clear up into the stars. I suppose that makes up for everything. You must miss your home. I reckon so, but coming out here was a Tan's decision. I ain't gonna have no second thoughts about it now. Hey Pikun, so I was wondering, why pick a gal like Natan as the center anyways? Don't you suppose a city gal would have been better for this instead of a hick like me? I wonder. Nowadays, calling yourself an idol doesn't mean much. I mean, there are girls on the internet who decide by themselves they're gonna be a net idol and start their own photo blog or whatever. OnlyFans. And even if you actually do decide to become a pro idol and son of the talent agency, there's just so many girls doing the same that it's impossible to get any recognition. Most of what people think of when they hear the word idol is based on how things used to be in the past. They think of cute girls who are famous for singing and dancing, but the modern idol is actually more likely to be a girl who's struggling to gain any kind of recognition or an oversaturated market. Idol units need a gimmick to stand out from the crowd, something that catches people's attention. I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. So you say Natan is a gimmick. You city folks say Natan is a curiosity. I suppose that's one way of putting it. What? Hey, she's from the country. Make her that center. That's the gimmick. That's... Unless you want to go with a fucking farm theme, and you did the vegetables, and that didn't work, so what's your next bet? But basically, business is cutthroat for idols. In the end, we're not selling a necessary commodity like electricity or food. You gotta make people look at us and laugh if we want to stay in business. Okay, maybe laugh wasn't the best word, because it's gonna make you feel like you're saying laugh at her. That's the tough part of being an entertainer. In the end, it all comes down to attracting attention your way. And not everyone uses positive means to get that kind of attention. Or reacts positively to, you know, whatever they see on the, well, internet or TV or whatever have you. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter how it's done. If you get the people's attention, you can be said that you're doing your job right. And it's definitely tough being an idol. I suppose what I was talking about the girls earlier. Of course, that doesn't mean I don't have faith in you as an idol. In fact, I think you have the makings of a great idol. Hmm? You really reckon so? You know, for all its conveniences, modern living is still a stressful existence. Understatement, motherfucker! I mean, yeah, we have a lot of shit better than it used to be, but... there's still just plenty of pressure just from other directions. New kinds of pressure. There's gonna be a lot of guys out there who want to fantasize about living a simpler life. People want to escape from their troubles. I think a big part of your appeal is giving your fans a respite from the stresses of city living. I see. Natan? For some reason, Natan seemed uncharacteristically listless. Usually she'd be hopping up and down about becoming a top idol about now. Something bothering her? Gosh, I don't know. It's like she said she wanted to talk. Something wrong? Pikun, what do you suppose Natan's appeal? Your appeal? Like I was saying, your big appeal point is not as an idol. I ain't asking from a business point of view. I don't know that Natan's an idol and she gotta be appealing for the masses, but what does Pikun think personally? Personally? Yeah. Well, you work hard and you have your heart in the right place. He's on the spot. He just like kind of takes a step back, rubbing the back of his neck or something. Just and you have your heart in the right place. A producer couldn't ask for a better idol. Was that the wrong answer? Never mind. Anywho, thanks for the advice and all. Pikun, your mouth is getting even bigger. Natan should be getting back home now, though. Really? If you say so. Yep. See you, Pikun. That smile, though. Look at that. Look at that. That's fucking precious. It's fucking adorable. That Natan ran away the night before I could send her the word. My mouth is starting to hurt from recording these. I've only recorded like a couple of videos. And it's actually moving. The pain is gone from my teeth into my cheek and is moving up into my temple. Ugh. Fuck this bullshit. Considering she brought me here to talk, I thought we'd be staying here for longer. I guess I was wrong. And I guess I was wrong about thinking I could fucking speak for any respectable period of time. Jesus. Man, she was acting weird tonight, just abruptly running away like that. I thought she had a crush on me or something. A cute girl at the time having feelings for me, huh? Well, I couldn't help but relish the thought. I knew something like that wasn't something I could pursue. Should. It's actually, is what he said. Should. As a producer, I had to do my best to guide her on the right path of becoming a star idol, or else I would just end up becoming a scummy producer who took advantage of his talents. I shook any immature fantasies of going out with one of my talents in my mind and walked back home, determined to make Starnova into a success. Oh, Kaoru-kun. I looked back in the renovated, well, the under-renovation sex dungeon. The week before anniversary live, Ton and the rest of the girls on Team A greeted the fans backstage as planned. This is where stuff's gonna start going wrong, isn't it? I just have this feeling, I have this sinking pit in my stomach, and it's like, things are going to go bad. No one's allowed to be happy yet. No, there must be pain first. First it must hurt. Even with 3 weekly shows, the number of fans with handshake tickets did not seem to wane. I suppose that was a sure sign that Starnova was beginning to become popular. I stood behind the girl as the event unfolded. By now, they'd become pros at speaking to their supporters. Some of them were even regulars who'd formed bonds with the girls through repeated participation in these events. Oh, I wonder which ones we're going to see. Guess with me, shall we? Who's that? I can't remember the term for like. There's a specific term for a idol fan boy, right? Like you know, like a variant. You know, in the same vein as otaku, but specifically to idol. Right? There's gotta be a word for that. They probably used it. I'm just usseless. Oh well. Anyway. What an industry this was. The reality was the revenue from these events eclipsed the money we were making from our albums. Guys just wanted to hang out with the girls so bad they wanted to buy a ticket out of their ticket for these meet and greet events. There we go. Of course. Natan's very, very dedicated fan. Yes. Heavyset man approached Natan and bowed as he shook her hand over vigorously. Hi, Kyosuke. Kanabe-san, it's my utmost honor to meet you in person again. Oh, it's Kosuke-kun again. As usual, thanks for coming by. We keep getting a whole bunch of referrals from StarnovaFan.moe. Moe. Look at the fan club Facebook page. Spacebook. No, you can't use that unless you're actually in space. It's gotten more members too. Natan's real grateful for the hard work you do for our sake. Oh, no. If it weren't for Natan, none of us would be here today. Tell the truth, I'd be in a lot of trouble if Natan wasn't here to cheer me on. It's only thanks to your smile on the face of adversity that I can carry on at work. Damn. Oh, don't get down, Kyosuke-kun. I'm sure your day will come. In the meantime, Natan will keep your hard work in mind as she walks the road. Thank you very much. Do your best. Make sure to come by our anniversary live next week. Heart. Of course. We'll all be there. With that, the big man walked through with all the cheer of a ballerina gliding through air on her tiptoes. Huh. Have I ever seen him around before? Let's go on to regulars. Natan and the rest of the girls continued to work with their supporters as the night went on. Finally, the last customer of the night walked away looking satisfied. In more ways than one. No. Whew. Guess we're done for the night then. Thank you for your hard work, everyone. Let's make sure to keep it up so that our events only keep getting bigger and bigger from now on. Hello, she just bursts up between them. Thanks for your hard work, everyone. You guys can go ahead and leave for the night once you've changed. Fully voiced goodbyes. This makes me suspicious. I don't know if it should or not. Yes. Sasami and Maria headed to the change room while Natan hung back for a bit. Yeah. Natan? What's up? Words generally help better than just making noises. I'm one to talk, partly because I don't usually, or at least not well. Let's do our best for the anniversary live. Yahoo! Oh yeah, let's do our best. Ellipses. But it was a pretty busy handshake event, huh? I'm spent. I mean, if you were basically walking around playing bodyguard, I can kind of understand being stressed out, making sure that no one was going to do anything, stupid or harmful, so I can sort of buy that, assuming that's what you were doing. Natan has a question for you. Question? Sure. You reckon the idols can remember every one of the people they meet for these handshake events? I see where you're going with this, but, everyone? No way. I mean, most idols must meet thousands of fans throughout their career. There's no way you'd be able to remember each and every one of them. Don't beat yourself up if you have trouble recognizing people. If you foster relationships with a few dozen regulars, I'd say you're doing great. That's what I figured, eh? Just can't be helped, eh? Did something happen? Did a fan give you trouble because you didn't recognize them from before? No, I was just asking for my own sake. Out of nowhere, Natan offered her hand to me. Here, your big idol Natan's offering this handshake free of charge. Consider it my special fan service. Really? With that, I gave Natan a handshake. Thank you very much. At that moment, I was struck with a sudden sense of nostalgia. Oh, really? We doing this? Oopsies. Bikun? Haha. It's nothing. It's nothing. Shaking Natan's hand triggered a faded out memories which I had tucked away years ago. It was a faraway past, which I had chosen to leave behind. What was I thinking? Now about the time to be looking back. That life was no longer mine to live. I shook my feelings off and released my grip on Natan. This you can change now. Idol's bodies are temple. Go home and rest for the night. Okay, goodbye. I don't know why I did that. Colonel. I remember my old live show as Colonel. Big Boss. I'm dying. The days passed after that uneventfully. Finally, the day of our anniversary live was upon us. Unfortunately, okay, it's rain. That's bad luck, but it could still get worse. Let's be completely honest with ourselves here. It could always go further down the tube. Really gets pouring, huh? Nemu nemu. According to the forecast, weather should calm by nightfall, but still, who would have thought it'd be pouring rain on the day of our anniversary live? Can't you fucking set up like a tarp? Some kind of like covering? I mean, you'd think that could this be an omen of a precarious year? And this one even took extra effort to hanging up a Teru Teru Bozu by her windowsill last night. Ooh. What? What is... Okay, it's cute. But what is it? Shine Shine Monk. Small traditional handmade doll of white paper or cloth. The Japanese farmers began hanging out the windows by string. In shipping instructions, they are essentially identical to ghost dolls. This is made at Halloween. Supposed to have magical powers to bring good weather and to stop or prevent a rainy day. Damn. It appeared among urban dwellers, children would make them the day before the good weather was desired and chant, "Fine weather, priest. Please let there be good tomorrow." Jesus, Mika. Damn, it's the complete opposite. Wow. I'm glad I looked that up because it's actually a. now I get I get why. Okay, that's both depressing and funny. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Pat. It supposed to mean that people aren't going to show up for the live. I should have known something like this would have happened. It's not even the weather gods were against us succeeding as idols. Oh, God in heaven, was it something I did wrong as a child? Kami-sama, why? That's why I don't remember ever tipping over any sacred relics or skipping out New Year's offerings. Well, the town reckons is a passing squall. Anyways, there's no way a bit of foul weather doesn't keep fans home. Let's keep our chins up. After all, rainstorms are only expected for the season. On the countryside, rain be a sign of good happenings. Ain't there a mightier fear for farming than Dust Bowl? What the hell? Being idle's not anything like raising crops, you bumpkin. Unless you look at people's crops, in which case, potentially. Sow the seeds. Make sure to show plenty of skin and size. The town's just trying to look at the silver lining, Julie. Besides, our line's not until 7 p.m. I'm sure they're going to stop by then. Yeah, listen to Salami. The rain will be good for all the flowers. Can't wait till they're all blooming. The rogue thunder rumbled across town, echoing off the skyscrapers. Oh. As if to mock them, the storm only intensified. You know, it's supposed to rain tonight. It was raining earlier today. I'm not hearing any rain. Just the fan that I've gone on because it's warm in here. I apologize for, by the way, you can probably hear that in the background, but like I said, it's warm in here, and I absolutely, I'm not a professional. I have never claimed to be professional. I've warned that even in my little channel trailer I made. I eventually got around to making. It's hot in here. I'm gonna have the fan on low, even, just fuck that. I don't like heat. I don't do well in heat. It goes along with apprehension as the horizon turned white with raindrops. Ah, the good old hazy gray of a nice strong rain. You were saying? Pfft, stop it. Fuck, the weather's already doing a number on my hair. I'm like a hedgehog at the time at the stage. Sure about that? She won't look like a two-tailed fox. Indeed, the humidity is quite troubling. Peh. The long-haired girls all nervously twiddled with their hair. Everyone, regardless of the weather, I'm sure the fans will come out to see you. After all, think of everyone you spoke to at the handshake events. Did any of them seem like they would be deterred by a bit of bad weather? Pekin's right. All the guys talked to Natan seemed pretty hardcore. Exactly how it was with me, too. Stop it. Do you know how it is with guys? Honestly, the one who keeps saying they love you to bits are actually the flakiest. Shit. I added it because she's... Fuck off. Not the only guys you two... I think that's only the guys you tend to attract, Julie. What, as opposed to the guys you attract? Let's not go there. Let's really not. Thank you, Julie. Shut up, you shit lolly. It's not like your creepy fans are any better. Well, creepy or not, they're devoted a lot. Devoted, oh god. They have shrines. And they don't bet. No. At least I can count on my men to come here and cheer for me. Yeah, they're gonna show up in plenty of white vans, very nondescript clothing, and they're gonna even wear their sunglasses during the rain, and at night, and not in the good song reference way. I wear my sunglasses at night. Suppose Aki's the point. Anyways, let's keep faith. We worked hard the past few weeks hyping everyone up about our anniversary live. They'll be here, probably. I appreciate you trying to be positive for once. I really do, seeing as normally you're one of the most negative out of all of them. So keep it up. It's hard. I know. Believe me, I know. Hang in there, Maria. Yeah. Yeah. No. Mika shivered as a chilly gust of wind cut across their faces. It's still pretty chilly, huh? Let's go inside before we catch a cold. Standing around here is not going to make the weather clear up any faster. Let's get ready with the staff. The staff are getting the rest of the equipment set up. Nah, belated, okay. Oh. Well, I'll live here actually. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.